Hey everybody, it's Bob from TheKnifeJunkie.com, and I wanted to show off this knife I just finished making for a friend of mine before I send it off to him. He's an old dear friend of mine from high school and back home, and he's a great guy, and he's done me some favors in the past, and part of this whole wanting to make knives for me is to pay back past debts. Not that I consider it a debt, but just to repay former kindnesses by people. And then, of course, to satiate my need for constantly new blades and for making stuff. I do like to make stuff. So this is kind of built to my friend's specs. He is a daily user and a daily carrier, a daily wearer of overalls, and he wanted something that he could wear under his arm, dangling on the inside of his overalls. He wanted an upswept blade. He kind of likes tantos, but isn't crazy about the faceted front, but he likes kind of the general shape. And knowing him for a long time, he's an outdoorsman, and he does just a lot of, he's just handy, and he's always doing stuff with his hands. So I wanted to make something that was useful to him and that could be versatile, but also is kind of weapony, because that's just my propensity. I'm just going to say it straight off. Okay, so this knife, I don't have a name for it yet, but I'm pretty happy with it. It's AEBL stainless steel. It's 3/16 of an inch thick, and it's hardened to 59 to 60 on the Rockwell scale, only because I read that's where this steel performs decently. I had it done at True Grit, where I have everything heat treated, at least thus far. And I've been very happy with it. So this knife here, I've taken a long time to put together. And not because it's especially complicated, but I had some fits and starts in getting this thing done. Anyway, I'm quite aware of all of its flaws, like that plunge grind, and like the scratch over here, and there are many flaws to this knife, but it is functional, and I think it's arguably nice looking. I guess that's a matter of taste. And I feel like if I tried to fix it anymore, I would just jack it up beyond repair. So I'm going to send this to my friend Dave and say, this is the best I can do on this particular design at the moment. I hope it serves you well. And know that there are many more knives in your future if you want them. See these scratches here? These are from a Kydex sheath I made for this that ended up not working out. I have to make another sheath. And god damn it, how do you do it without the scratches? I don't get it, but I'll figure it out. I'm particularly fond on a couple of knives of mine, like the ZT452CF and the Microtech SOCOM Elite. I love forward thumb jimping. That's further up the blade, so you have to really extend your thumb to get there. That is downward sloping, that you can almost pull back on and get leverage with. So I decided, since he's a handy guy and he will be using this for kind of work type stuff, I would give him a run of jimping here and a run of jimping here. The handle is tan canvas micarta. Oops, sorry for that bump. Natural canvas tan micarta. I have a little mosaic pin there, which I can see I put in a little cattywampus. Brass pins. I got a brass lanyard tube here. I've got purple liners. I love the color purple, especially when it's next to this sort of ochre color. It reminds me of, well, it reminds me of fallow cornfields in Ohio when you drive home in the winter. This is the gray sky, and this is the field. But anyway, it's a common theme in the few knives I've made so far. I just love that coloration. So what else do you need to know about this? What else do I want to record for posterity, I should say? Sorry, that bump is me keep tapping the phone to try and focus it. So it's got a 4 3/4 inch cutting edge. Nice belly, as you can see, a slight straight run there, but it's never really quite straight. A full finger choil. The full blade is 5 3/4 inches. And what does it weigh? I don't know. It's lightish. Whoops. Sorry about that. It's lightish. I don't know how much it weighs, but it's nicely balanced. Hopefully Dave never needs to fight anyone with this knife. I have no doubt he would prevail, and not due to the knife, of course. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for humoring me. This is my maker's mark here. It's been my maker's mark since I was a 12-year-old supercar designer. And putting this on the side of my supercar designs, like Nuccio Bertone had his little B, well, I had my little D for DeMarco. So there it is. Thank you for watching. I'm flattered, and I hope to be making a lot more knives in the future. It's just hard time-wise, and I don't have a heat treat oven. So I have to send this out for heat treat, and that always takes forever. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.